Dear students, welcome to the e-learning session. This initiative is taken by Cambridge International School, Dasua. Hi, I am Navdeep, working as PGTIP here. Today we will continue with the topic that we started last time, Boolean indexing in pandas. So, students will continue with the topic. We have named this topic as part 2. Whatever the topic we have covered till date. Iteration, you all know how to access data frames using iteration. So iteration means that accessing the rows one by one after another. Then is indexing using labels. So we indexing using labels. Here we can put up the conditions part also on the labels and extract the required data items from the data frame. Then we did the joining, merging and concatenation. Very important task, how to uh, apply these operations. And the most important thing is why we need this one, because what happens in the real life, the data is not available at a single source. We have to bring the data from multiple sources. That's why we need to perform the joining, merging and concatenation operation on the files. Now just revising what we have did yesterday, Boolean indexing in pandas. So here we select subsets of the data based on the actual values of the data frame, not based on their rows and column labels or integer locations. So in Boolean indexing, we use the Boolean vector to filter the data. What is the Boolean vector here is like here the index will be in the form of true and false. So we can pick up the true values of the index part, clear, depending upon our requirement. So students, basically we are having four methods. Yesterday we focused on the first one, that is accessing a data frame with the Boolean index. So we'll revise this one also. Next we will move to the applying Boolean mask to a data frame, masking the data based on the column value, and last is the based on the index value. So what we covered yesterday, that is accessing a data frame with a Boolean index. What happens here? So in order to access the data frame with the Boolean index, we have to create a data frame in which the index of the data frame contains the Boolean value, that is true and false. So students, the important thing here is uh, that first of all we need a data frame. We need to create a data frame and its index should have contain the value true and false. So that we will do with the example, clear. So this sort of uh, data frame we will create. So moving to the Python platform. So students, in the Python platform, see here what we have did here. First step is to import pandas as PD. Then in the yesterday program itself, what we have covered, we created a dictionary with three attributes, and then we converted that into a data frame with the index value. Clear? Here the index value for these four values and their corresponding index value. So then we printed the data frame. So what sort of data frame we have? These are the attributes, and on the leftmost hand side we have the index value that are here. So students, our what is the next task we have? Our next task is, let's say, what we have covered yesterday, accessing a data frame with a Boolean index. So here I will be using dot loc method. So what is there in this method? So I now print data frame and I supply the location value. I see here, I pass here true. T should be capital because true is a keyword. So I remove the older print and just run this one. So now students, you can see we have just the true values displayed here. This one we covered in last class also. Then we also covered the ILOC function. This is very similar, but it takes a integer value. So if I use here ILOC, we discovered and applied this yesterday also. And when I run this one, so see the program is running, and you know, see what sort of error we have. Now we have an error that cannot index by location index with a non-integer key. So we have basically supplied here, you see here, this is a basically the error is non-integer key because ILOC takes a integer value. So we have to supply a integer value only here. So let's say in place of true I pass here, let's say 2. So now run this one. So you will find with the index value clear where location is 2. So Sudhir is having a location. This is 0th location, first location and second. So second location we get the data of Sudhir with its degree and score. Now coming to our today's task, that is applying a boolean mask to a data frame. So what is this one? So in a data frame we can apply a boolean mask. In order to do that, we can use this square bracket accessor. We can apply the boolean mask by giving a list of true and false value that we are giving already of the same length as contained in a data frame. So there should be match between the index values in the form of true and false and the corresponding values in the data frame. So I told you earlier in earlier also number of times that there should be a match between the index value and the data frame values, otherwise it will give us a error. So when we apply the boolean mask, it will print only the data frame in which we pass the boolean value true. So this will display only the true values. Now see how this happens. Moving to the Python platform. So applying the boolean mask to a data frame. Now see students, the same example we are picking up here. Clear? So in this example we have first dictionary converted into index with values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then what we supplied here. So we supplied the index value with the values true and false. So this will display the values only where we have a true values for the uh, data frame. Clear? So that is what we meant by the term boolean mask to a data frame. So if you run this one, so you find that the first value is true, Aparna, so its results row is here. Similarly the third one, clear, third one is Sudhir, its data is appearing here. So this is what we meant by the term applying the boolean mask to a data frame. So let us we students now apply the same operation on a file. Students see now in our next program, so the same masking we are going to apply now not only data frame, but first of all we will take a file, convert into a data frame, and then we apply this operation indirectly on this file after converting it into a data frame. So what this file contains, again this is just a NBA file but with the shrinked data that we have. First we have name of the players, their teams, their numbers, position with their age, height, weight, college and their salaries. So this is the data that we have in this file. I have named this file as NBA 1.1. Clear? So this file we will use in our program. So let's see. So moving to the Python platform. So our task is same, applying the boolean mask to a data frame. So students, what we are doing here, we are taking here a file. So here in a file we have to give its path where it is stored. So I have stored in the E drive. So first of all, I will apply here the read CSV function. It will read the data and it will convert, clear this, and this data will be assigned to this variable data, and then I have converted this data to a data frame. And the files, you know, the file is containing how many? 13 rows are there. Here you can see how many rows are there. You can see if I remove this one, first one is basically the label, and rest we have up to 14. So exactly we have 13 rows. So the same number of rows, for the same number of rows I have created the same number of index value here, and then to those index values I have supplied the values in a data frame true and false. And students, what happens? Ultimately you will get in the result part the true value will be displayed here. So when you run this one, so you can see in the output part, for the players whose index value is true, clear, basically the corresponding boolean values are true, so those values are displayed here. So this is what applying the boolean mask to a data frame. So in this case we will get the true values displayed here. So this is how we have applied the process on a file. So students, moving forward, the next task we have masking the data based on the column value. So the same way we can mask the data by supplying the column value. So how it is done? So in a data frame we can filter a data based on a column value in order to filter the data. So we can apply a certain condition on a data frame using the relational operators, equal to, greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to. So we can apply these operation on a data frame, then it produces a series of trues and false value, clear, which satisfies those values. How you can see this in a practical form. So here in this we will apply the operation on a NBA file. So moving to the Python platform. So masking data based on the column value. So students, nothing here. The same process we are going to apply, but here now we are going to focus on the column value. So now see how this column value is applied. So what are the columns we have? Name column, degree column, and score column that we have. So first we have basically dictionary values converted into a data frame here, and you see here using a comparison operator. This is the comparison operator that we have applied for filtering the data. And students, here we have supplied the column value. We have used the column degree, and in that degree column we have supplied the BCA value. So for which the condition is satisfied that the degree is BCA, only those tuples will be displayed with their values. So basically you will get the true values for which the degree is BCA. So when you run this one, so you see here the tuples which are basically satisfying, like BCA degree is there for the first, then for second also, but third is MTech degree, so that's why we get false in the result. And then again true value because here we have a BCA degree. So basically what we have done here, well students, we have done masking based on the data based on a column value. So we have supplied a like first we supplied a column degree and then we supplied its value, and then based on the comparison operator we have applied the filtering process. So students, now we can apply the same process on a file. So now we will use the NBA file. So students, we are already familiar with the NBA file. The earlier one, clear, it contains the name of the players, their teams, and so on, and it contains huge number of records. So you can see how many records we have. So you will find around about 400 and more than 400, around about 450. So You can say now I have 4, 5, 7 records because first one is basically used for label. So my question is same and topic is same. My topic is masking the data based on the column value. So what here we are going to do here, first is importing our pandas package. The second step is here is that we have taken the data from a CSV file. That CSV file is NBA CSV. So give its proper path, clear. And now I am using the its name as a index column. What is name is, now see students, that this name I am going to pass here the as index value. So this I will use as a index value in my Python program. So moving to the Python program. So here you can say that I am going to use the my index column from the as a name attribute of NBA file. So what is my task is? My task is masking the data based on the column value. So which column value basically I am going to use? I am going to use age. So you can see the age in the, what condition I am going to apply here on the age column. So in the file you can see the age attribute, like this is the age of the players 25, 25, 27, 22, 29 and so on. So for all the players 457, 457 players, you will find the age value of all the players. So what I am basically applying here, the masking based on the column value, that using the greater than operator filtering the data. So I am going to filter all those players whose age is more than 25. So only those players will be selected now whose basically age is more than 25. So when you run this one, so you see here like the first few players and the last few players, 5 players are mentioned here. And for all like every Bradley, you see here its result is false. Why the result is false? So you can move. So for first player every, you can see its result is false. Why? Because his age is 25. So 25 is not greater than 25. That's why its result is coming false. For player number 3, John, the age is 27. So see what is its result is. So you can see for the third player its result is true because his age is basically greater than 25. So for the corresponding players you will find the result here in this file. So this is how we are going to apply the basically the column value, clear, masking the data based on the column value that we supply. Now students, moving to our last topic of the day, that is masking the data based on the index value. So what we do here, in a data frame we can filter the data based on a column value, clear, that we have already covered. So here we can create a mask based on the index values. So here we'll be using the index value, the same way we'll be using the relation operator, and this operation is applied on the NBA1 file. Now masking the data based on index value. So see students, masking data based on the index value, what we do here first is importing the pandas file. Then we have created a dictionary of list. So then we have converted this dictionary into a data frame, and then we supplied their corresponding index values. And we have created now a mask variable. Now in mask variable, what we have supplied here, data frame dot index is equal to 0. Clear? So now basically students, here we are using a index value. 0 is coming from the index value. So according to the index value you will get the result here in this mask variable. So when you run this one, so what is the output you are getting here? Here this, that is the 0 is representing the index value, and you are getting the result in the form of a mask that I have provided here. So let's say you supply here a different value here. Let's say you pass here 3. When you run this one, So you know the 3 is representing my this this name, clear, Giku, and Giku's corresponding degree and score. Similarly, if you change here the mask value, let's say I pass here 1. So 1 is being represented by Pankaj. So when you run this one, so you will find here the Pankaj name is appearing here. So students, this is how we are going to basically masking the data based on the, rather than a column value we used earlier, now we are using here a index values. Now again masking the data based on the index value. Now I am going to apply this operation on a file, nba1 file, give the proper path where it is stored. So nba file 1 you have already seen. So what I have done first is importing the pandas, then reading the file, assigning it to data, then converting into a data frame, and then supplying this corresponding index value to my file. So we can have again a look at the file. So here students, you can see that the nba1 file just containing the record of just 13 players. So these are the 13 index values I have supplied here. So now what I am doing, filtering the data based on the index value. So here I say the mask is equal to data frame dot index. So this will access this index values, and where the index value is greater than 7. Clear? So clear? So when I supply here mask, so this condition is basically get run here. And when you run this one, so what you see here, all the rows where the index value is greater than 7, so you get in the result. So let's say you see here not greater than but less than 7. So when you run this one, so you see here now all those records are now appearing here where the index value is less than 7. Clear? So this is how we are going to apply the operation on the index values. So students, by this we have applied all the 4 basic operations. So first operation was accessing a data frame using the Boolean index. Second operation we applied applying the Boolean mask to a data frame, then masking the data based on the column value, and masking the data based on the index value. So we have covered all these 4 operations. Hope you have understood the concept with the examples also. So you can refer to this resource Geeks for Geeks for going through the concept of Boolean indexing in Pandas. So this resource I am sharing with you. So at last, I thank you all for attending the session. Hope you have understood the matter. Thanks.